right, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. All right. Well, my name is Joe Brantuck, and I am Nasdaq's Chief Client Officer, and it is truly my great pleasure to welcome CoachArt to Nasdaq to ring today's closing bell. And we are certainly pleased to have CoachArt's Executive Director, Greg Harrell Edge, with us, as well as their esteemed bell ringer today, Eric Hernandez, let's get a round for Eric, who was one of the first ever New York City students who has done a tremendous amount of volume of arts and athletics with them. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to everyone from CoachArt and their community. We are truly excited that you could all join us in person and virtually from around the world to view us here at the crossroads of the world in Times Square, New York, as we get set to ring today's closing bell. Now, I'd always like to kick off these big celebrations with a big round of applause. So what do you guys say? All right. It is Friday, so we have a lot to be grateful for. CoachArt's mission is to connect kids impacted by chronic illness who want to learn arts and athletic skills with volunteers who can teach those skills. Now, since 2021, CoachArt has served tens of thousands of kids with diagnoses such as cancer, cerebral palsy, and cystic fibrosis. We often picture kids with these types of serious illnesses in children's hospitals, but frequently these kids are actually fighting these diseases at home, but are pretty isolated. CoachArt's 2,000 volunteers provide these kids online or in-person lessons with them to help them thrive. CoachArt kids have gotten to learn activities such as basketball, dance, painting, yoga, puppet making, and much more. They are preparing to expand their reach to accept kids impacted by chronic illnesses nationwide at their virtual national launch party, which is occurring on November 10th. So we're thrilled to have CoachArt here today to ring today's closing bell to celebrate their 20th anniversary and certainly congratulate them on a nationwide expansion. And now, please join me in welcoming Greg to the podium for further remarks. Greg, come on up. Great to have you here.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe. I'd actually like to start this incredibly exciting moment with a little bit of a thought exercise, if that's all right. I'd like everybody to think back and remember an arts or athletics activity that you did as a child. If you want to, you can even close your eyes. Try to remember some of your favorite memories from that particular activity when you were growing up. Now, think of some of the positive impacts that had on you, adjectives or anything else. What did that do that helped you as you were growing up? For me, it was basketball. That was a really important part of making me the person that I am today. And through CoachArt, I'm able to coach basketball one-on-one with a young man who's a cancer survivor. We've done weekly basketball lessons for the last 5 years, first in person and then virtually. Ultimately, CoachArt is a connector. We connect volunteers with an arts or athletics passion, like you all and the ones that you just thought about, with a kid affected by a chronic illness who wants to learn that activity and maybe even find a passion of their own. I'm privileged to work with a really amazing team of people, a lot of whom are in the room right now and are about to join me on stage, who truly dedicate their lives to bringing joy to the kids and families that CoachArt serves. But before that moment, I want to put all of this in a little bit of perspective. CoachArt's story, in some ways, is a story about what happens when the tech sector and other innovative sectors get involved with a traditional nonprofit problem. In our case, that's making sick kids happy. From the very beginning, CoachArt was founded in 2001 by Xander Lurie, CEO of Momentive, and Leah Bernthal, the Chief Strategy Officer for Instill. And over the last 20 years, Xander and Leah have built an ever-growing network, a community of individuals and companies who have driven CoachArt's growth as board members, as supporters and sponsors, as volunteers, and as ambassadors. That innovative community supporting CoachArt has driven us to scale. I'm really proud to say that over the last few years, we've quadrupled the number of lesson hours that we do per month. We've done that by launching the CoachArt Connect app, by pivoting to online and virtual lessons during the pandemic, and by expanding to new cities. And I'm excited to say we're here ringing the bell today to promote our virtual launch party on November 10th. I hope everybody tunes in, where we'll be flipping the switch to officially accept kids and volunteers nationwide. Being here today is a perfect example. I want to thank Nasdaq for being part of that community of sponsors and supporters the last few years and making this moment possible. And I can't imagine a better place than Nasdaq to announce our new Impact Investment Club. CoachArt believes that donations are not a gift, but an investment in making the world a better place. Our team's job is to return the most efficient return, an impact rather than profit, ROI, as folks here in Nasdaq know, that is transparent, efficient, specific, and inspiring. For everybody who signs up for that program, each of your monthly donations funds 1 month of arts and athletics lessons for a child, and we'll send you an impact report of the volunteer's name, the activity, and the dates of what you funded. And so I'm really proud that we have our co-founder, Leah Bernthal, here today. And of course, kids are at the center of everything that CoachArt does, and so our official bell ringer is going to be 9-year-old Eric. Leah, will you escort Eric up to the stage? As Joe mentioned, Eric was one of our first ever New York City students. He's done 47 activities, such as ukulele and martial arts. And so on behalf of Eric, Leah, and the entire CoachArt community, we are thrilled to be here ringing the Nasdaq bell to celebrate CoachArt's nationwide expansion.